Hi and welcome to everybody joining us in our yoga practice today. So today is a World Yoga Day and we are going to be celebrating, I'm sure, with tons and tons of other people around the globe with a lovely yoga practice. Today is also the summer solstice. So officially summer has begun, yay! And what a lovely way to celebrate. Our practice is going to be an introduction to yoga, which will be suitable for all levels and all abilities. Feel free to take any variations which suit you. You might choose to stay in a pose a little bit longer, or please come out of that posture if it doesn't feel right for you. This really is your practice, so take a rest if needed. There's absolutely no competition throughout yoga, so just do what feels right for you and make sure, most importantly, that you just enjoy whatever it is that you join in with. So the word yoga actually means union, and that is just union with our bodies, our breath, our movement, but also with other people, nature, our environment, just basic connection. And if you can breathe, you can do yoga. So it doesn't have to be these perfect poses. You don't have to be doing it exactly right. As long as you feel good, you're doing a perfect yoga practice. The benefits of yoga, I'm sure you've heard 1,000 times, they are absolutely endless. We can combat stress. We can prevent injury from the body with strengthening and stretching and opening before any injuries occur. And ultimately, it's just about feeling good, finding that peace of mind, space for the body and space for the mind. So the type of yoga that we are going to be practicing today is called Hatha yoga, which is essentially a mix of seated postures and standing postures. And as I say, take a rest. Hold those as long as you need to. Just follow me. I'm here to guide you, so you don't have to be in exactly the same place as me throughout the practice. That's absolutely fine. And then we're going to finish off with a little relaxation to finish, and hopefully just to leave us feeling super good. So when you're ready, come and join me. We are going to sit cross-legged on the mat. If at any point you feel a little bit uncomfortable in knees or hips, then please just extend the legs out in front. Okay, so let's just bring the backs of the hands to the knees here. Finding a moment just to get a little bit comfortable in this position. Lifting up a little bit through the chest as we lengthen the spine. Long in the neck, we reach out a little through the crown of the head. Allow the hands and fingers to relax as we just close off the eyes. So wherever you are throughout your day, we're just going to pop that on pause. We're going to bring our attention and focus to the space on our mat. Relax the face muscles and unclench the jaw. Become comfortable with outside distractions. As we turn that focus now to the breath. Finding a soft inhale through nose. And a gentle exhale through nose or mouth if you prefer. As you inhale, notice that chest rise slightly. As we fill the body with breath. Slowly exhale. Release and relax the shoulders. Inhale. And exhale. When thoughts pop into the mind, which they inevitably will, just allow them to pass and just take that focus back to you, back to your breath. We're going to inhale for the count of 3. And exhale for 4. Inhale, 2, 3. Exhale for 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Continue with those counts to find that length, that deepening for the breath. So we'll drop those counts now, but we'll continue with the steady breath. And on your next inhale, just want you to lift and lengthen a little more so in the body. And as you exhale, we're going to stay long and just drop that chin to chest. Allow the weight of your head to stretch out and open the back of the neck. As we slowly roll the head over to one side, we're going to allow the ear to just hover over shoulder, but keep the shoulders soft, don't clench them up. Good, let's roll the head down through center and pause at the opposite side. Gently roll the head back. So the chin rises just slightly. There should be no strain in the neck, just enough to stretch out. And we'll soften the jaw, possibly unclench the teeth. And then we'll begin to find a really slow, mindful roll of the head. Releasing tension here. And if you feel you need or want to, you can just stop somewhere to just hold and pause and give that area some extra stretch. Finding both directions. And if those shoulders have crept up, try and softly drop them back down. Gently bringing the chin back to rest on the chest once again. When you're ready, there's no rush. We're going to take those arms behind now. Keep the chin dropped and we'll just interlace the fingers at the base of the spine. Squeezing the shoulder blades towards one another. And gently draw the hands downward. Rising up gently with the chin. A little higher than parallel. And on your next inhale, we're going to release those hands and just simply rise the arms out and up. Palms come to me And exhale down to the heart space. Good, let's take another one of those deep breaths. Inhale, spread through fingers. Palms meet. Exhale down. Fab. We're going to pop the hands onto the knees here. So again, a little reminder that we can extend the legs out long if needed. So we're just going to find a gentle circle with the upper body. So keep the sit bones nice and grounded, rooted into the mat. As we just start to find a little bit of movement for the upper body. Good, let's change up that direction. So we're gently beginning to open into the sides of the body and into that lower back as well. Good. When you find yourself back at center, we're going to take a little bit of a rock, just gently. So we come forward, open the chest. And as we roll back through the spine, we're going to drop the chin. Inhale to come forward. Exhale back. So gently just finding some movement for the spine as we just release any stagnant energy, any stiffness, especially if we've been working a long day, sat at a desk, or maybe driving a lot. Let's get a little bit of movement into that spine. Lovely, once more. And finding yourself just back at center. Lovely, we're going to take the arms out to the side. We're going to inhale and rise just as before. But before the palms meet, we're going to drop the left arm down to knee. So we're crossing the body here. And bring the right arm behind. And just keep it nice and close to the base of the spine. Might be on the fingertips or the palm. We're going to drop the shoulders. Find some length through the body as we inhale. And on your exhale, just gently hinge. Twist towards that right shoulder. So although it's a little more difficult to breathe here as we're compressed slightly, just try and keep those breaths as long as we can. Gorgeous, slowly release. And as we do, the arm's going to rise up once again. Exhale, opposite side. We drop the right arm. Left arm comes behind, keep it close. Shoulders drop. Inhale to lengthen. And exhale to twist. You might find you don't need to twist too far. Maybe just placing the hand at the knee is enough twist for you, and that's okay. Always listening to your body throughout our practice. And again, on your exhale, we're going to release. Find your inhale, palms connect, and just gently drop down to the heart center. Lovely, fingertips coming just to the sides of the thighs. We're going to check in with that length. Notice if we need to lift and lengthen again through the sternum, lift the heart. We're going to inhale up with the right arm. Exhale to come over. So place the palm down and just don't try and force it over. We're just going to drop the weight of the arm. That should be enough to open the side body here. If it's available to you, maybe come a little bit further down. Just reminding ourselves we're not in any competition here. We're just finding what feels good. Inhale, use that core to lift through center. We're going to go over to the opposite side. So lift up. Exhale, drop the weight of the arm, sinking down to where feels right for you. Gorgeous, one more each side. Inhale as you wheel those arms over, and exhale, sinking down into that side stretch. Inhale, we wheel over. Exhale down. Finding center once again. Arms come back up for that breath once again, just to neutralize the spine. Exhale. Back to heart center. Gorgeous, lovely. Okie doke. When you're ready, we're going to extend the legs out nice and long. You might feel you want to give the ankles and feet a little wriggle after being tucked under the legs. And we're going to send the toes to point upwards. So we're engaged in the legs already. You might find a little bend under the knees. We're going to lift and extend the arms. So the spine is nice and long here. And as we inhale, reaching up even further. Exhale, we're going to keep the spine as long as we can as we drop the arms down. Now, don't rush to the toes. Don't worry about where we're going to touch. We just want to keep the spine long, draw the belly towards the thighs, and then just sink the hands anywhere comfortable on the legs. So it's much more beneficial to be a little higher here with a longer spine than reaching all the way down and crunching the body up. Good, we'll hold here for one more breath. In. Exhale. Inhale, slide the hands back, lifting that body up once more. And exhale. Softly drop the hands down, relaxing. Wonderful. When you're ready, we're going to roll over onto all fours. So we're going to find a little tabletop position. So here what we're aiming for is the hips over the knees and the shoulders over the wrists. You do want to find a hip width gap between the knees and the hands, just to give yourself that nice strong base, that good foundation. And we're going to work a little more into stretching and opening the spine. So we're going to tilt the pelvis, the belly draws down. We push through the palms, lift the chest and chin. Exhale, we're going to start from the base of the spine. We're going to roll in the opposite direction, all the way, bringing chin to chest, push through the palms. Inhale, tilt the pelvis again, and you get the gist. We're going to move through those two cat-cow postures at your pace, with your breath. Once more. And then finding the spine like a little table, nice and centered here. Wonderful. We're going to keep the hips over the knees. So we're going to keep the back end of the body where it is as we just extend the arms towards the top of the mat here. We're going to sink the chest down. And if we feel comfortable to, drop the head. So a lovely extension for the spine here in our puppy pose. And also a variation for our downward dog if you prefer to come back to this next. Sliding the palms back underneath shoulders. Making sure those fingers are spread nice and wide. It's all about that nice strong base. Make it easy for yourself. We're going to tuck the toes under. Option to go back into our puppy pose again, or we're going to inhale. Shift the weight forward slightly as the hips rise up. As you exhale, we're going to shift the weight back and draw the heels down towards the mat. Now, don't be fooled. The heels don't have to touch the mat. They're just going in that direction. We can even have a little bend in the knees here. Elongate the spine, pushing the belly towards the eyes. Allow the head to hang, maybe give it a little nod or shake. Release some fresh blood flow here. And then we're gently just going to pedal out through the feet to give ourselves a little extra stretch in those hamstrings. Good. Slowly lower to your knees. Engage the core. So we suck that navel in towards the spine. We're going to untuck the toes. Shifting hips back to heels here. We take a child's pose. So a few different options here. We can keep the knees pointing forwards. We can widen the knees slightly. Arms can extend out in front. And we can drop the head between. If you feel like you want a little bit more space here, you can just pop a couple of fists on top of one another and drop the head to rest here. Or even onto the forearms, if that feels good for you. So we're opening into hips here. We're extending the spine again. And I just want you to take a nice inhale and really feel that back rise just naturally with the breath. One more inhale. And exhale. Slowly lifting the hips back up. We'll send the palms back underneath shoulders. Tuck through the toes. We're going to lift up through a little mini downward dog, so just a little halfway here. And we're going to just walk those feet forwards towards the hands. If you need to go up onto fingertips, that's okay. And we're going to find ourselves in front of the mat, just in a nice forward folded bend. So arms and head hang nice and loose. Please don't worry if those fingertips aren't touching the mat. We can be here in a forward fold, whatever is suitable for you today. Finding a nice deep breath as that fresh oxygenated blood rushes to the brain. It gives our immune system a nice boost. Bending through the knees even more so as we slowly roll up to stand. Keeping the feet nice and rooted into your mat. Giving yourself a moment just to find your breath and adjust to that standing position. Take a breath. Good. Standing nice and strong here in mountain pose. I'm just going to show you that sideways. So stay where you are. We just want to hip width with the feet. Your hip width is about a fist between. Hips pointing forward, shoulders roll back, and palms face front. Chin is nice and parallel to the mat. We want that head over heart, heart over pelvis, super long in that body. And from here, we're simply going to rise and fall. Rise up onto toes. Maybe take a little rock back onto heels. You can possibly lift those toes. And just play around with your balance. So no one's scoring you here. Just engage the core, have a little rock back and forth. And then we're going to rise up onto toes and hold. Engaging that core, suck the navel into spine. And if you feel comfortable to rise and stretch the arms. Good, dropping down to the heels. We're going to drop the arms out to the side. Lovely. So for our standing postures, we're going to work through a few of our warrior poses. So we're going to begin where we are at the front of your mat. Finding a nice generous step back with your right leg. We're going to turn the right toes out to about 2 o'clock if you want to get technical. And we're aiming to have this front heel in line with the center of the back foot. Okay, hips are going to face the top of your mat, so facing that left foot and left toes pointing forwards. Let's inhale, rise the arms. And as we exhale, we're going to bend the left knee. So moving into our warrior one pose here. So the most important thing is that the knee is stacked over the ankle. We don't want to be too far forwards. However, we can be a little bit further back if that's comfortable for your body. So if you feel you want a deeper stretch, rather than move forwards into that, we're going to just shuffle the right foot back slightly. Gorgeous, hips face front. Let's rise the arms again. Soften into shoulders, feeling strong in those legs, long in the spine. Let's stretch it out to warrior two. We're going to keep the legs exactly where they are. All we're going to do here is twist the hips to face the side. And as we do so, the arms are going to come out. So we're going to take left arm forwards, right arm back. Always the same arm as leg here for warrior two. Palms facing down. And if you feel comfortable, let's turn that gaze down the left arm. Holding strong. Let's find another breath, inhale. Dropping the right hand, just to brush the leg. We're going to flip the left palm forward and extend up. So we take a nice sun warrior. Gaze can be up or forward if that's what your neck prefers. Lovely. Let's keep it strong. We're going to wheel the arms down and we're going to frame that left foot. You're going to want to lift the right heel off. What we're going to do is we're going to either step and bring the right foot to meet the left, or we're going to have a little shuffle. So take your time to move forwards and we roll it back up to stand. Ready for the opposite side. So when you're ready, left leg is going to step back generously. Again, the left toes are going to turn outwards, a little 45-degree angle. Hips face in front. Arms rise up. Let's begin with straight legs. Inhale. Exhale to bend. Right knee over right ankle. Don't forget to breathe. Really feel that chest with the breath. We prepare for warrior two, so legs and feet stay strong. Right arm forward, left arm back as those hips twist to the side. And once again, take the gaze down the right arm. Holding strong, find that breath. Good, left arm drops just to rest on the thigh. We flip the right palm up and take it all the way up through center. Sun warrior. Again, your gaze can be where it's comfortable for you. Good, keeping it strong. We're nearly done with those standing postures. Let's wheel the arms forwards. So fingertips just press the sides of that right foot. We're going to lift the left heel off. So again, we'll take either a big step left to right foot, or we can just shuffle that foot along, bringing ourselves forwards into forward fold. Let the head hang. From here, I want you to bring the palms fully to the mat. So even if you need to have a nice big juicy bend of the knees, that's okay. And we're going to just step the feet back a couple of times into our final downward dog. Again, option for that puppy pose on the knees, or even a child's pose, where we're all going to meet in a moment anyway. Really opening out the backs of the hamstring. Let's gently lower down to knees. Untucking those toes. Hip shift back. And taking the child's pose of your choice. Forehead drops down. Gently walking the hands towards the knees. Bring ourselves slowly back up to a seated position. Lovely. From here, we're just going to gently hop off the feet. Shuffle forward so that we have enough space behind. We're going to keep the knees bent and just finish off with some core work, little gentle core work before we come down for our relaxation. So if you don't want to do that, you can just bring the palms down and walk it on down. Or we're going to extend out in front. You can inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, let lower. Bring in the spine, fully flush with your mat. Taking your time, we'll drop the arms out to the sides. We're going to slide those feet a little bit closer to the glutes and just hug the knees into the chest. So an option to find some stillness here, or a really gentle rock from side to side. Gently extending the legs up. We're going to support ourselves behind the thighs and just simply pause here as we allow some fluid to rush up the legs, to revive us a little. And we'll take a very slow circle of the feet. Good, hugging the knees back into chest. When you're ready, we're going to just slide the feet one at a time down your mat. Dropping arms either to the sides of the body. If we do this, let the palms face up, or you might feel more comfortable to just drop them to rest on your belly. Wherever we are, we're going to close off the eyes now. Making sure that you are comfortable as I guide you through a simple relaxation. We're going to begin by finding a deep inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Inhale through nose. Exhale through mouth. As we inhale, notice the belly rise. And as we exhale, allow it to sink and fall. We continue with those steady breaths. Closing the eyes if we're comfortable, or keep a steady gaze upward. We take our attention down to toes and feet. Notice how the feet have naturally fallen outward. We allow them to soften and relax. Calf muscles melt into your mat. And thighs naturally fall outwards. Soften, relax. We release any tension that may be left in the lower back now. Inhale, exhale, release, relax. Releasing tension from the center back. Inhale. Exhale to release, relax. Bringing awareness to your hands. We allow the palms to be soft. Allow the fingers to naturally curl up. Notice the space between the fingers.
Soften, relax. Arms sinking down into mat. Wrists, elbows, and shoulders. Relax. We notice there's no weight for our neck to carry. Soften, relax. Awareness finally moves up into the face. Release the tongue from the roof of your mouth. Unclenching teeth. Let's soften the jaw. Softening skin on cheeks. Softening skin around eyes. Releasing any tension that we may be holding in the brow. And we soften even the scalp. Give yourself permission to relax and let go. We'll just enjoy this moment of peace and calm a little longer. Then we gently start to wriggle through the fingers and wriggle through the toes as some awareness creeps back into the body. And awareness comes back to the space we're in. Slowly bend the right knee and bring the sole of the foot to mat. Taking your time to shuffle over onto your left side. Just into a little fetal position. We'll find another breath here. Using the right palm, let's gently support ourselves up, back into any comfortable seated position. The palms to the knees and just gently drop the head. Before we finish our practice, we'll assess the body, assess the mind, notice if we've found any space there or any freedom, any peace. And if so, let's keep that with us throughout the rest of our day. Bringing the hands into your heart center. We will finish with Namaste, which simply means the light in me honors the light in you. So thank you for sharing this practice with me today on World Yoga Day. Namaste. Thank you so much.